Klay Thompson's nice enough to come over and chat with us after I'm sure was an exhausting win tonight. Klay, first of all, congratulations. What a game. Great win for you guys tonight.
Great win against one of the best teams in the league. Steph Curry, wow, what a shot there to go night-night. And then how about Baby T? Finally got that double-double. Now he goes by Trace Jr.
I mentioned that on the air. I said, okay, well, we have a name change now.
It was fun while it lasted.
One day?
Yeah. Hey, I got to ask you a little bit about it, but we know you're a great shooter, one of the best that's ever played in this game.
Yeah.
But I got to ask you about your playmaking tonight. You had a beautiful assist to Jackson Davis. You've had some really remarkable plays this year. You've got to be really happy about that.
Very happy, trying to be a playmaker, as Anthony Farine says. I'm not happy with those 2 good looks I have from the wing, but that's life. You respond by playing hard defense and trusting your teammates, and what a win for the squad. Keep a win streak going and hopefully do the same thing this weekend.
Yeah, what does it say about the team, Klay? Down 17, and you guys just put your heads down. Keep fighting. Steph's on the bench, 5 fouls. Just keep fighting, keep playing. Let's see what happens.
Fighting. Man, says a lot, Tom. I mean, you guys been around for decades now. You know that there's ebbs and flows to every season, and although we've had a rough stretch here to start the year, we had a great start, but now we're looking to right the ship, and we got 2 great opportunities this weekend to get back-to-back wins on our home court. And it's just about building great habits toward playoff time. When that time comes, and these young bucks are going to carry us throughout this regular season. How about guys like Corey Joseph, Trace Jackson? I mean, guys who rarely get their number called, come in and make a huge impact and allow us to win this game.
Yeah, what about the impact of Trace Jackson, or as you call him, Trace Jr.?
Trace Jr., you're right.
There you go, Trace Jr. Some of the block, the block he had on Brown was incredible. Just came flying over. He kind of changes the dynamic of the game a little bit, doesn't he?
He does, and I can't believe we got him in the 50th pick or whatever it was. His ability to elevate above the rim. I mean, he's NBA ready with his ability to read the game. You saw him make a dump-off pass to Corey. He's great out the pick and roll. He's great on the backside help. Like you said, Tom, his ability to block shots and dunk over people is something that changes our vertical spacing and changes our team dynamic.
Have you ever seen somebody run so straight up, though? It's like Eric Dickerson out there.
It's a name for you. Nick Fazekas used to run like that.
Nick Fazekas.
Wolfpack. Guy was a bucket, though.
Wow. Well, we have to end on Nick Fazekas. There's no
real hoop has know who Nick Fazekas is.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's awesome.
How difficult is that Chris Paul pass that he made to you for that kind of like game-sealing 3?
It was tough because it was a split-second decision. Once he got the ball, took one dribble and had to figure out an angle, knowing the shot clock was running down. I saw him before, right as he got the ball. We kind of locked eyes. I had my hands up. And when he took the extra dribble, I lost sight of him, and the ball was coming on time, on target. I was able to get my feet underneath me. And then it was just a rhythm shot at that point. So it was a hell of a play, just knowing that we needed to get a shot up. And he made the right decision. 12 assists, 0 turnovers. He's a master at that.
Steph, how gratifying is it to get a win like this? You guys have routinely had games where you've had the big leads and had to kind of fight back to win. In this case, you guys came back down 17 in the third quarter to win in overtime.
Big deal because of how we got it done. The guys that were on the floor that contributed. Trace's coming out party and the way he impacted the game. J.K. offensively and defensively is putting pressure on them. Klay hitting big shots. Everybody, stepped up. Even Corey, when I got in foul trouble, he came in and played solid, for those 6 minutes and kept us kind of afloat. So everybody stayed ready, and the way that our season's gone, you never really know how it's going to look, and every night's a little different. And, we've lost leads, but the way we dug deep tonight was a big morale booster, and now you got to capitalize off of it.
Hey, Steph. You had 5 fouls for about an hour and a half. With so much that you already have to focus on during the game, what extra level of concentration does it take in a clutch game like this where you need to carry so much on both ends to also not try to pick up your 6th foul?
I think there's only one play down the stretch where I kind of had to give up 2 points, but my teammates, man, like when somebody's in foul trouble, it puts pressure on everybody else. Like obviously I can't do anything stupid and reach or give up a dumb foul, but everybody else has to be aware as well because they're gonna have to help. So I gotta, either put extra pressure on the ball so that they don't try to put me in tough situations. Then we kind of rotate around. Everybody has to fly around. So, I had to play smart, but credit everybody else for stepping up and having my back. It's the only way it can work for 17 minutes, the fourth and overtime, for me to, stay available and stay on the floor.
Steph, 2 questions for you. Your teammates were saying that they got the sense that you were in that we're I'm not going to let us lose tonight. What was it about this night? Was there coming into the game you had that mindset, or did something happen in the game where you decided to kind of take on that switch?
I didn't have much going through the third because obviously foul trouble. I think I only had 13 through 3. It was more understanding how we needed to create shots down the stretch in the fourth quarter. They're a switching team. They obviously know us from past history. And it became a kind of slow it down pick and roll game, just trying to create. I got Klay open twice on some off action. Then pick and roll, I got off, taking advantage of mismatches. So I think it was just seeing the game the right way and how you got to make shots. So thankfully they went in. But more is when I got that 5th foul in the third quarter, just trying to stay mentally locked in, not let yourself kind of float away in frustration because you're not out there, and just wait patiently until I got back. Have my moment in the fourth.
Obviously, it's like it looks difficult, like putting a team on your back like that. But how much energy do you get from those young athletic guys who are bouncing around and making plays? Like, what does that do for you as you summon energy?
Really, like Trace's 2 blocks he had, especially the one in the fourth, I think it was, or maybe overtime, I can't remember, one on Jalen. Like you feel the crowd get into it, and that just gets everybody hyped up. And then J.K. steal the first minute of the overtime. I'm feeding off of the crowd's energy, and those 2 guys created that, with some spectacular individual plays. So, like I said, everybody who was out there for significant minutes contributed in some way, shape, or form, and it was a gutsy win, to say the least, just because, it looked a little different, with Trace and J.K. impacting the game the way they did. Me, CP, Klay, and that final group. It was fun.
Marcus kind of took my question, but
how dare he?
I know it happens a lot. But before the season, I mean, you could picture what the young guys might contribute. But to see it, I think we're a third of the way through now, 27 games in, and to see what Kuminga has, the impact he's made the last few games, Trace tonight, last 2 games, obviously. What does that mean for the team in the bigger picture to have those guys, Pajemski, obviously, Moses has taken a step forward, to see that young brigade sort of making a real impact now, not just in your visions, but actually on the court?
I mean, it's necessary for us to be competitive and win games. Obviously Draymond's out, GP's been out. We shook up the starting lineup a little bit, so there's opportunity there for everybody. And just credit those guys for staying ready, staying confident, playing fearless, not being afraid to make mistakes. Like, it's hard to do, but they've accomplished it and are contributing at a high level. So we wanted to continue that trajectory and keep getting better as a team and understand how we're supposed to win games with the guys that are out there. And that's the challenge for this specific group. And 3 games in a row we've put it together. one game at a time.
How aware are you of the general discourse around this team? I'm sure you've heard some of it. It's over, give it up, break them up, whatever the discussion is. And how much do you get fueled by it? Or are you like, hey, angry about it? Or, hey, there might be something to some of this? What does it generate in your head when that is sort of the atmosphere around the team?
It's been like that for years now, even before we won the 22 championship. They always find something to nitpick, and that's because there's expectations for us to win. So you kind of take that in stride. And for me, I guess my approach is to dumb it down to what I said when we were in LA, is just trying to figure out how to win a game at a time and give yourself some momentum and some confidence and some energy. We'll get to the point where everybody knows, the checkpoints throughout a season. That's no secret to anybody what February looks like, or playoff push and what you need to show as a team to be a serious, threat to win a playoff series or whatever the case is. We're nowhere near that. We're just trying to win right now. So I kind of like it right here because it gives you a little bit of juice to stay locked in on 48 minutes at a time. It's all cliches, but it really is a fun kind of way to approach the game because you feel a sense of urgency and you're not really taking anything for granted. And that's what you kind of see. You saw tonight.
Is that it? Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. No practice.